first here this afternoon. Footing on, as you can see, with the extra points on the ground. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Look at this Eagle defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, #16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Here's a diving catch right side. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Pollard again, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up. A long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to be incomplete. Rams on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they kind of right?
yes, and yes, because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down, Swift. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. In motion goes the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second down, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched it deep. He was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense is so well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
That's good for Eagles.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Eagles at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. Inside handoff, Penny. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. In motion right is Brown. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In motion left goes Smith. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott.
This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play, first down. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
The extra point, and it's now 21-0. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And that's going to be caught for Eagles touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott going to the PAT, and it's 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Play action now. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Hurts.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Prescott to throw it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. There was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. I'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not there, but
Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20.
Eagles 34, Cowboys 14.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has, it's almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's got Brown on the outroute complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Swift. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's the main. I can get it gone in the blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. Now